Hi everyone, good Wednesday, good Thanksgiving Eve. Glad to have you spending the last day of programming for this holiday week with me tonight. It is, of course, Wednesday. It's also the 25th day of November, and tomorrow is Thanksgiving, albeit unlike any Thanksgiving essentially in our lifetimes for anyone watching this show. But just this one, we'll get through it, and then we're on to 2021, where things are already promising to be much brighter and happier and safer for us all. So, in case I forget to, and I don't think I will before the end of the program, again, I hope everyone has a wonderful, safe, and joyous, and relaxing, and festive and feastful Thanksgiving. Kind of like getting out of class early. We'll be out of here at a little bit of a short note tonight, not just because it's the holiday, partly, but also one of the stories that I've been working on today. I just couldn't get it polished and ready to go. So I'll start with that perhaps when I see you back here on next Monday, as I've been looking at some very interesting and effective ways that some local churches have been carrying on with their services, virtually taking it to the streets and otherwise in an effort to keep their congregations safe in their communities as well. It's been an interesting report thus far. I just don't have it ready. I'll have that for you next week. With that said, today's yes, it's Wednesday, but the Sayersville Independent going to press a day early because of Thanksgiving. I'm just going to mention a couple of things. It's a big paper this week. I don't have time to go into it all, but a couple of things that are worth the price of admission, which is a mere 50 cents, free if you want to check it out online. We asked our kids, your kids, how to bake a turkey. Simplest of questions, which has made for a wonderful holiday read. Just too cute. You just pick it up for that, if nothing else. A lot of other interesting things that you're going to find there and nowhere else. For example, if you go to the back page, Throwback Thursday is brought to you by our Grover Arnett Attorney at Law just across the way there. Takes us back to 1956, when the Sayersville Independent then was encouraging everyone to shop at home this Christmas, as of course we always do. And it's interesting to see the local businesses, some of which are still here. 1956, back when all you had to do was dial 9 in the last 4 digits of your phone number instead of 349. And I can actually recall when that changed. I was a young kid. It was much later than 56, and thought that was the most terrible thing in the world to have to dial those 2 extra numbers. Nevertheless, there's that, and I think it's literally physically as many sale papers, Black Friday sales that we could actually put. I think it was literally the limit that we could put in this week's edition of the Sayersville Independent. So a lot of great deals. Our pet of the week, another cutie you can pick up. Maybe someone this Thanksgiving or Christmas at the Johnson County Animal Shelter. There's too much to go on. I won't go any further, but if you haven't got yours, it is out today. So with all of that said, we will have our local COVID update, the head of our state, in brief, as well as a scam that was reported to us by the McGoffin County Judge's Office, and he'll close out that interview with a plea to help everyone, or to remind everyone to please have a very safe, but also very joyous Thanksgiving as well. So let's go ahead and begin with our local COVID update. Before we get to McGoffin County, let's talk about some of our neighbors tonight. I don't have today's numbers from Johnson and Floyd counties, but just to give you an update how they're faring, much like everyone else. Floyd County had 26 new cases to report yesterday. That put their total at 1,107 cases yesterday, with literally half of those, 565, just in the month of November. It's been exponential this entire month of November, and it's showed no signs of letting up for Floyd County or anyone else. They've got 12 in the hospital. They've got 5 deaths that they have suffered through in Floyd County. I also want to let you know that in Johnson County, they've had 12 deaths per their latest report, and 8 of those, 8 in Johnson County, have been in just the past week alone. Johnson County had 19 new cases to report today, 833 total, 9 people as of yesterday still currently hospitalized in Johnson County. Here in McGoffin County, we have 11 still hospitalized. We have 2 of our citizens in the ICU on ventilators. And for the rest of today's data, Pete Shepard, our public health director, will be with us in just a moment. Same 6 decades of experience. Same undivided dedication and focus on winning your case. New location. The law offices of McFarland and Tinker are now located on Route 114 in the former McGoffin Farm Bureau location. Motor vehicle accidents, Social Security disability, SSI claims, wrongful death and workers' compensation and work injury cases. Call 349-9000. McFarland and Tinker. Here it is, the sale schedule you've been waiting for from the seasonal shop all week long. Women's clothing, excluding the t-shirt lines, is 30% off. And Christmas all week long, 20% off. Tuesday of this week, clearance items, 70% off. This Wednesday, baby and kids clothing and gifts, 30% off, and home decor, 20% off. They're closed Thursday, of course, for Thanksgiving, but Friday, 20% off, Simply Southern, and a gift with every purchase while they last. And then Saturday, everything Christmas is 30% off at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Right now, you can get employee pricing on most Jeeps. Get 0.9% financing for 72 months on Jeep Renegades. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
Pete Shepard's still in quarantine, and I did preface the interview off camera and asking about his daughter-in-law, Courtney, who he had told us via the show here just days ago that had been hospitalized due to COVID-19 complications. She's doing better, but she's still in the UK hospital. Shepard himself still under quarantine, as well as one of the grandkids he has, who makes a brief appearance towards the end of the interview. Good news for Shepard, he did actually return or receive word just before the beginning of the interview, actually at the end, my apologies, that his test for COVID-19 was negative, but that he is staying quarantined for the next several days as he should. With that said, another day of double-digit cases for McGoffin Countyans. So in lieu of the 4 days that we're going to be off with no updates and the holiday around the corner, what we wanted to touch base with you, obviously, Pete, before the break. Let's begin with today's cases. How many and what are their relation?
All right, we have 10 cases today. We have 6 cases that's not related to any really one thing in particular, just people that just contacted it, and we've got 4 that's related to the nursing home, which are employees.
And now you've been keeping a close eye on total for nursing home residents and staff. What's that put us?
Puts us at 74 residents and 30 employees to this point. The nursing home seems to be, even with 30 employees tested positive, they're still business as usual there. I think they've pretty well got the PPE they need, and everything's going well there, except they've just got a lot of cases, and that happens with the nursing homes.
So it looks that we're on par to be close to our record week. I guess what total for the 5-day period, what's that coming in at?
And we got 61 today. I mean, as total as of today. I know tomorrow there'll probably no cases coming in. Most of everything's going to be closed. So Friday we should probably get a pretty good size number. But I don't think we'll break a record this week. Hopefully we won't.
Well, hopefully he's right. It's really about all I have to cover, Pete. Unless there's just something else you want to cover before we leave for the holiday.
I just want everybody to have a safe Thanksgiving. Stay the smallest numbers as you can with your families, and have a good holiday, and just stay safe. Wear your mask, and we do the best we can.
Nowadays, it's just something you have to be on the lookout for year-round, all the time. But during the holidays, scammers up their game and intensify their attempts to try to just simply take your money and mine and everyone else's. And they nearly got away with taking a bunch of money away from the McGoffin County Fiscal Court and local government with a check scam. Cloning checks is nothing new. They can literally print checks after getting someone else's bank account number, and more often than not, they mail them to someone, somehow come up with a scheme to get them to deposit them or cash them and then take the money from their bank account. That's essentially what was happening here. But due to a keen eye by the Sagersville National Bank, who just simply noticed a check number out of sequence, they actually flagged what was several attempts to gain thousands of dollars from the McGoffin County government. That was 7 attempts at $2,990 per attempt that scammers were trying to get from the bank account of Magoffin County.
This is a scam that, from what we've found so far, is that they are cloning checks and sending them all across the United States with the Magoffin County Fiscal Court's name and bank account on it. And they're sending out a letter with it that if the folks would read the letter, they should know it's a scam. But basically what's happening is they're saying that this is a sponsorship for some kind of energy drink and asking for personal information such as their full name and the check numbers and copies of the deposit where they deposit this check. And they're writing checks and they're being signed. The letter is signed and the checks are signed by Jesus Jim. We've already had 7, I think, checks be presented to our bank. And our bank, to their credit, when they saw that these checks were coming through, they immediately contacted us because there was some abnormalities about the way the checks were presented, the check numbers and those kind of things. And we were able to close that account and stop any additional fraud from happening. Like I said, the checks have been cashed in Arizona, Alabama, Florida, all across the nation. And while I highly doubt that anybody in Magoffin County will get one of these checks, for that say Magoffin County Fiscal Court on them, they could very well get one from some other county government or school district or some other entity, and it'd be the same kind of scam. Because basically what they're doing, they're asking you to send $2,990, people putting that in their account. It's a legitimate check the way it's written. It's formatted properly. It's got the watermarks on it and all those things. It's just it's not our check. But based on my experience in school districts, I've seen that when one school district in Kentucky had some kind of scam or fraud going on, that there was a high probability, and in most cases there were, a lot of other school districts who were experiencing the same exact thing at the same exact time. And the timing of it happens around holidays and long extended breaks. And we are in the Thanksgiving period, and add to that it's COVID with all the closings. And I think people let their guard down and they're processing things in a different way, and they're just letting these go through. And it could be that those other entities are having the same thing. Their bank may not catch it, and there could be 15, 20 of these show up next week after they've been off all week for Thanksgiving.
Well, I appreciate that, and I get calls. It's almost hard to cover all the calls for scams that I get from my viewers. A lot of them are similar in nature, and it's nothing unusual. But this was certainly one of those legitimate looking ones, even though there were the big red flags that you mentioned. Still, obviously, some folks have fallen victim to it. You mentioned Thanksgiving there at the latter part of that. I just thought we would go ahead, if you had any words you wanted to put out there to my viewers before the holiday here in just a couple of hours.
Yes, I do. We're in a very bad time, I guess is the only way to put it when it comes to COVID. And here we are at the holidays when we want to fellowship and spend time with our friends and relatives, and we just got to do it in a different way. I can tell you that we're not going to have the COVID police out looking to see how many people's at your house, but I encourage y'all, please keep it to your immediate family circle. Let's not have these big gatherings. I know that's a hard thing to say, and I know I can't stop it. But the last thing we want to do is one of us go in and infect an entire family and possibly cause one of our loved ones to pass away. I saw something on the news earlier today where there was an ICU doctor that was pleading with people saying the same thing and asking that people please don't be complacent. Complacency kills. That's one of the things they teach you when I worked in law enforcement 20-some years ago. First thing in every training was complacency kills. Now, this same thing here. We got to keep the fight up. We're hopefully just a few months away from a vaccine that will be readily available so that we can eradicate this and get back to the old normal. None of us like this new normal. But again, just be safe, be smart. I know everybody's still going to get out and go, but I hope we curb it some and we can keep the numbers down. And I just pray that everybody has a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Still a lot to come. I'll be right back.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. And to make it even better, the AppWire Holiday Sale starts now with great deals on select Samsung devices. The best devices, like the Note 20 Ultra and Galaxy S20 Ultra, are up to $400 off all month long while supplies last. Or pay even less with a great device like the Galaxy S20 and save over $10 a month off the normal price on the Appalachian Advantage. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Go with All Pro, and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business to Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Get 0.9% financing for 72 months on Jeep Renegades and 0.9 for 84 months on the Tough Ram truck. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
Now, tonight's community calendar for the evening brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. Starts off with a birthday wish for actually tomorrow, Thanksgiving. So today, a day early, happy birthday to Hazel Wyman. From an old friend, Hazel, it says, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday tomorrow. Miss Hazel Wyman, happy birthday. One quick reminder on the community calendar, and you can see the picture of it on the front page of the Sagersville Independent, the mailbox, which is at Candy Cane Lane, which is there just so all the kids out there can write their letters to Santa and put your return address on them, because more than likely you're going to get one back. And Candy Cane Lane opens tomorrow evening at 6 and will be open every evening through Christmas evening on the 25th. If you do get out and take a walk, social distance, make sure you stay on the road. There's a lot of ties and cables and trip hazards. So if you do decide to get out and take a walk, make sure, please, you stay on the beaten path, so to speak. And above all, make sure you stop by and check out all the twinkling lights at Candy Cane Lane on the Ivy Point Hill at the Gardner Farm. It is truly a local sight to behold and one befitting of any Christmas celebration. With that said, if you've got an announcement and you want it on the show, you know how it works. This is how you get it on. That's birthdays and anniversaries too. And to have birthdays and anniversaries and birth announcements placed in the Sagersville Independent, email those to Joe, J-O, at SagersvilleIndependent.com. Turning to funeral service announcements this evening, Charles Newton Howes, 84, of Sagersville, passed away on Tuesday of this week. The son of the late Charlie and Elizabeth Caudle Howes, he is survived by his wife, Alta Howard Howes, sons Glenn Douglas Howes and Michael Howes, and daughter Belinda Gay Howes Green. 5 grandkids, 9 great-grandkids, and private graveside services will be held for immediate family tomorrow. 85-year-old Charles Poe of Oil Springs passed away Monday, the son of the late Ed and Ethel May Helton Poe. He's survived by his wife, Loretta Salyer Poe, daughters Teresa Ann Poe, Connie Poe Rudd, brothers Kenneth Poe and Ronald Poe, and sister Janice Conley. 2 grandsons, 3 great-grandchildren, and a number of step-grandchildren as well. Private funeral services for immediate family are to be held this Sunday. And lastly, this evening, this one's a little personal and close to home. Hearts kind of breaking here, hearts are breaking here for the loss of Sheila Montgomery. Sheila Mammy Montgomery, as she will forever be lovingly known in my household, passed away yesterday at the age of 64. Sheila is the daughter of the late Clifford and Creole Frazier Brown. She's survived by her husband Jimmy, son James Lee, and daughters Jessica, Gillian, and Mary Elizabeth Benton. 5 brothers, John and Jack and Terry and DeMorris and Will Brown, and sisters Judy Salyer, Bessie Brown, Ollie Howard. 8 grandkids as well. And a private service for immediate family only will be held this Sunday at the New Generation Worship Center. Now, going back to Mammy essentially raised Lacey and Andrew for much of their young lives. We were fortunate enough for her to be their babysitter for a number of years, and we have always and will always give her, as she is most certainly due, a lot of credit for them being the wonderful and certainly intelligent children that they are. We will forever miss Sheila Mammy Montgomery. I'll be right back. Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville. We know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Salyersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Salyersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Right now, you can get employee pricing on most Jeeps. Get 0.9% financing for 84 months on the tough Ram truck. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
The votes are in and it's unanimous. The Homestyle Bowl is back for a limited time at your Salyersville Lee's famous recipes. Savory chicken strips, kernel corn, cheddar cheese, our famous gravy, all on a bed of beautiful mashed potatoes. It's a meal or a side, and it's for a limited time at your Salyersville Lee's. Without a state COVID-19 update, the governor, of course, issuing a final plea for everyone to have a safe Thanksgiving and a downsized Thanksgiving on yesterday. So no state numbers to report today. I do have this, though, I wanted to pass along to you. This is very interesting, and it comes from Pikeville Medical Center, which has been very forward about trying to let everyone know just how serious of a situation we are in. And this is their most recent update of numbers, just for the Pikeville Medical Center and some for Pike County as well. But Pikeville Medical Center has tested 33,000 people for COVID-19, and 1,151 cases have come out of that. The positivity rate for 7 days is well above the state's at 11.3. And that's gone up over a percentage point from the last week. Look at the ages of their COVID-19 patients. 0 to 9, out of those 1,151, 57 of them. 10 to 19-year-olds, 102. The single largest demographic is 20 to 29-year-olds at 189. And then you look at the 30 to 39-year-olds, 40 to 49 there, 50 to 59, all well over 150 for the most part. Those in the 60s are at 150, 70, 79. Those are actually a smaller demographic than the younger individuals. That's something to think about. They currently have 78 people in the hospital right now, COVID-related, at the Pikeville Medical Center. Those age groups, the youngest 20 to 29 right now, 2 from 30 to 39, 5 from 40 to 49, 12 from 50 to 59. But here the age groups start to change. You can see larger numbers in the older individuals, 60 to 69 and 70 to 79 are being hospitalized. They have 26 right now COVID patients in the ICU. Next, your Licking Valley RECC Outlook, which has us looking gray for the rest of the evening and tonight, and with gray skies but dry tomorrow. I'm glad to report for your Thanksgiving Day. Temperatures are going to get close to 60. And then for the extended weekend, for everyone who gets one, sunshine makes a return right up until the point the temperatures plummet. And then we see snow across the bottom of your screen for a couple of days. Yeah, tonight, some lingering showers out there. You can see, or you just saw, the still wet pavement behind me, and a few more rounds this evening of some light rain, and that continues with cloudy skies and a low, not so low, of 48 degrees tonight. So that's the good part. Southerly winds, though, still blustering about anywhere from 8 to 10 to 20, 22 miles per hour at times. But it will blow out overnight and leave us with still mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, but dry conditions for your Thanksgiving. We'll get right around 59, maybe 60 degrees if the clouds will part just a little bit more. And 43 for your low tomorrow night, wrapping up Thanksgiving with a much milder southwesterly wind around 3 to 6 miles per hour. So a cloudy, albeit reasonably comfortable Thanksgiving ahead. But we do see the sunshine return. Temperatures don't climb as a result, but sunny Friday and 60 is pretty nice. Nighttime lows, you'll notice, start to take a dive. 41 Friday night. Saturday, 56, mostly sunny. Nighttime lows around 30 as this next setup rolls in and gets closer. Still clear skies Saturday. Still clear skies on your Sunday. 59 degrees, still holding into the upper 50s. Mostly sunny, but there's the change. Look at that. Rain makes a return around midnight or so Sunday night. So a dry weekend, cloudy the first half, sunny the next, but dry. And then rain late Sunday night. And then look at that, Monday only 41, mostly cloudy, some rain. That should change over to some snow if there's enough moisture still here. I believe there will be enough for at least a few flakes. Tuesday 32, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of snow. Wednesday 34, still cloudy, and a 20% chance of snow, or at least some flakes of flying about. That's it. Again, I know. This Thanksgiving is unlike any one that we would have ever imagined that we would have had to ever live through or endure. Whatever you decide to do this Thanksgiving holiday, how many you do decide to spend it with, please. We hope you do it safely, enjoyably, relaxing, and we hope to see you back here Monday for more of Your News Today. Stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Good night, and thank you for watching.